What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I recorded a video earlier today, and it was actually a Wes Watson video, and it was demonetized. So maybe he cussed too much, or strained too much, or spit too much. But so we're not going to be able to do that today. But we are going to do another soft white underbelly. This one is called Homeless Crossdresser Edwina. Haven't seen it? We're gonna see it together. So get ready for Edwina. Wish us luck.
All right.
Holy shit. Holy cow. Some big ass hands. Whoa.
All right. Is it Edwina?
Yes.
All right. Edwina.
Yes.
Edwina, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Grew up between Chicago and Los Angeles with my dad, traveling between both cities.
Is he talking English? I heard Los Angeles. I know I heard Chicago and then Angeles. Oh, man.
What was your childhood like?
Childhood was wonderful, I should say. A bit lonely. My dad was very strict and my mom was very strict. They really didn't like people in the house. It's kind of secretive type people, so it was kind of a strict existence. We moved around a lot too. We stayed in the same neighborhood more or less, but in many different places in the same neighborhood. So I felt like I was always like the eternal stranger all the time, like new guy, new kid in the block, literally all the time.
Yeah. How was your life with your parents? Any abuse or anything like that?
No, I think everything was really good with my mom and dad. My dad, when I was really little, he was not around a lot. He worked a lot. He was a truck driver.
Hold on. So, like, if you're gonna wear a wig, right? I'm just curious. Like, why would you choose the Santa Claus wig? Why? Edward, you stay out of this. I'm talking to Edwina right now. Edwina, why wouldn't you just be like a blonde, or a brunette, or a redhead or something? Why Santa? Oh, check out Mark. Mark has the microphone the same color as the jacket. Oh, shit.
Spent a lot of time away, you know, and but my mom, I love her. She's from Scotland. Joe Man's from Chicago. And yeah, they were great, you know.
What kind of kid were you in high school?
Very popular kid. I never had a problem getting dates with women. I kind of like got along with all different cooks and groups of type of people. Never really was out, you know, shunned by anyone. I would say high school was very good. I had a nice athletic career. Did track and cross country. I was very happy with that.
Sounds like a good childhood.
It was a decent childhood, yeah, for sure. Dad really went out of his way to make sure.
And what kind of things did you want to do with your life when you got out of school?
I primarily worked for my family my whole life. I worked in the media distribution business.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, even Mark was like, what? Hold on, let's try it first on our own before he hopefully helps us to understand.
For sure.
And what kind of things did you want to do with your life when you got out of school?
I primarily worked for my family my whole life. I worked in the media distribution business.
I'm sorry?
Home media distribution.
Oh, home media.
So, you know, videotapes and DVDs, things like this. Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit! What the hell just... Did you guys see that thing fly out of his mouth? Down his chin?
In my whole life. I worked in the media distribution business.
I'm sorry?
Home media distribution. So, you know, videotapes and DVDs, things like this. Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit, eh? What just happened?
And
it's on your chin.
Had kids?
I'm married for 27.
Edwina, what did you wipe? It's right there. I can't get it either. Oh, wow.
Yes, faithfully. Proud to say that. I have 2 grown men and sons. Yeah.
You have 2 kids?
2 grown men, yep.
Okay.
30 and 28.
And you and your wife separated at one point?
Divorced, yes. She really dropped a bomb around me, and it really effed up my life in a major way. That's really kind of like put me in a big tangent. I've had a lot of diversity, a lot of tragedy in my life, but the sanctity of my marriage is the one thing that I kind of held very sacred. I think very sacred.
Was that the biggest hit you took in your life?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I'm fortunate enough to say that I still have my mom and dad. So I don't think any man can really say you can be stoic and say I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that one. It's kind of, but until you go through that needle, you never really know how you're going to react. I've seen men that were otherwise stoic or whatever and strong disintegrate and fall apart. So. And I've seen those that were frail and those that were wimpy handle it with lion-hearted courage. So, like I said, until you approach that moment, I don't think you really can't.
Yeah, divorce is no fun.
It wasn't, and I hate to keep in my mind, reliving these moments over and over and over. But for some reason, like certain features or things in my life that have really harmed me or whatever, done me wrong, I've had a tendency to, in my mind, revisit them over and over. I can still recall the moment when she asked me for a divorce. It just came out of left field. We had a.
So, I hope Mark's gonna ask the next question. Were you dressing like this before the divorce? Because, that may come as a surprise to your wife when she comes home, and before that she was probably like, babe, for some reason my panties ain't been fitting right. They're kind of big. You know anything about that? And he's like, no. And then she comes home, and you're wearing every pair of panties that she's ever had all at the same time. That might have had something to do with it, Edward. Let's find out.
A blessed life. We had a beautiful home, condo.
What the fuck is wrong with Babas? Babas, come on, man. This bottle. Come on, I went way back on this one.
Over and over and over.
I wish I could slow this down. Holy shit. I might get demonetized for cussing.
But for some reason, like certain features or things in my life that have really harmed me or whatever, done me wrong, I've had a tendency to, in my mind, revisit them over and over. I can still recall the moment when she asked me for a divorce. It just came out of left field. We had a blessed life. We had a beautiful home, condo. Just kind of.
How are Babas falling out? How is his spit just? Is he built different? She built. I don't know how do I refer to this. And how are his hands drying when he's drooling all over his fucking self all the time? I don't know what that means, but I just feel like his hands are really fucking dry. Damn, he's making me cuss. Should we look at that one more time? I'm not gonna go back as far. I just need to understand. Do I go to CapCut and slow motion this one time? Look at
revisit them over and over. I can still recall the moment when she asked me for a divorce. It just came out of left field. We had a blessed life. We had a beautiful home, condo, just kind of around town.
Like nothing.
Suburbs,
like nothing. That time he didn't. He's like, I'm not gonna wife.
What did you do after you separated?
We had a collaborative divorce, which was cool because the blood-sucking attorneys didn't get hardly a penny. We were civil with one another.
Hey, I know I can't even close my mouth. I caught myself right now. I can't believe that drool bubble, that drop right there is a renegade. It saw all the rest of the waterfall just come out and it did not join in. That one right there does not succumb to peer pressure. That's a leader. That is a but it's still there.
We were friends and we basically worked on our assets. We lived in the middle. She bought me out of the condo. We just bought cash. She gave me half cash for that, and I took everything I owned and I split.
What were the reasons for from her side of the fence?
Bro,
this guy spits more than everyone I have ever reacted to combined. You see, the first time it came down, and he was like, and he probably like saw that Mark wasn't even tripping, so now he's just like, I'm just gonna spit as much as I want. I don't know if you noticed, but I keep swallowing my spit extra now because I don't even want no problems because Edwina has some big ass hands. Imagine.
It's complicated. We had spoken when we were younger that possibly maybe you should have two spouses in your life, maybe one when you're younger and then maybe one when you're older because you diverge and you change so much. But lack of intimacy, I think. Intimacy is the glue that keeps a marriage together, and I think without it, things.
It's back on his chin. I thought that thing left.
Church come apart, and she was looking for something more, and she found it in another guy. So
And that was in Chicago?
yeah, and
And you came to Los Angeles when?
I've been back.
Hold on, you guys. I'm actually like amazed. I need you to pay attention to the hair. Look at, oh, I got a cursor. You see this arrow right here? Okay. You see this section of hair right here? You see it? You see my cursor? That section of hair right there. We're gonna go back for a second, and we replaying right now. We're gonna see this area right here. Something goes wrong, and then it just starts raining in here, in this area. Let's go back. This is nuts.
Come apart, and she was looking for something more, and she found it in another guy. So
And that was in Chicago?
yeah, and
And you came to Los Angeles when?
I've been back and forth my whole life. I have family in Orange County too, so I've been back and forth, but full time 10 years ago.
10 years ago,
Yeah.
you came here.
Yeah,
And what have you been doing since then? Because you're living on the street now.
I am, but you know, amongst the homeless community, I mean, you've done many interviews. There's
What?
a wide range and diversity of people within the homeless community. There are those that would flop down on the sidewalk and sleep wherever they were. I have a tendency to try to replicate my old life, but by my own means and by my own hands. So I like to build a home that's secure, made of steel, locking door, so that it's no different than anyone who has an economy apartment at some point, you know?
But this morning I found you sleeping in front of my studio here on the street.
Yes, I was, sleeping in the studio because I was waiting for Ceci's to open, and I just nodded off. Ceci's Cemetery is my favorite store in LA. I love it. These people that sell there. They're really, really, really good people.
Little store across the street.
Yeah, and Mr. Vaughn,
Oh.
Mr. Vaughn's clothing store.
You,
Is it bad that I'm kind of like getting used to it? And what's up with Mark? Mark's been fronting these people off, huh? This guy is one of those guys that apparently, you know how the homeless in downtown LA, they be building them big ass structures and that calling them home. And he's saying, yeah, you know, I made a home. I can lock the doors. No difference than what you live and, you know, whatever you live in, I got it right here. And he's like, but you're sleeping in front of my thing. He's like, oh, damn. Why you do me like that, Mark? But yeah, I think I might be used to the drooling, unfortunately. I know that last one where the waterfall happened. I don't know if you saw when I jumped. I almost blew my back out. Just so you guys know, I'm not as young as I used to be.
you dabble with drugs?
Yes.
How long has that happened?
I would say.
Oh no, we're gonna get a side view. This is a whole nother level. If he starts drooling right now,
I did kicked everything in my whole life about 10 times. So the whole range of everything.
What are you using currently?
Crystal, meth, and marijuana. And periodically, very periodically, some wine or some beer. When I was younger, that was my main problem. I used to drink quite a bit. And
Alcohol?
To excess. It's a blackout, whatever, and I got a DUI. But then, after I got a DUI, I quit for 15 years, went sober. Didn't touch a drop of anything. I want to be a good example.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I was just about to say, how does he always have it? So he's got a steady leak. And it just builds up, and then it's just like... The dude said that he's doing meth and weed. Don't both of those drugs mess with your spit? I'm glad he does those two then, because imagine it would be like just a running faucet.
What does crystal meth do for you?
Doesn't dry your mouth though.
I don't. If someone's never done it before, they can quit just drinking maybe a little too much coffee. I mean, just chugging down 3 or 4 Starbucks coffees and you just like that.
I'm sorry?
Just like chugging down like a couple Starbucks coffees. Yeah, it's stimulant. I mean, in the 80s I did a lot of cocaine, and I think cocaine is a far more stronger stimulant than meth is. Say meth is stronger? I don't think so. Coke, I would go off the rails on cocaine and just like this.
You know what? We need to go back to the front angle because I was getting used to the spit there. And this right here, I keep getting texts from Uber Eats. Get out of here. I don't even know.
You
Do you feel like you have your drug situation under control?
absolutely, yes. Any time in my life that
There it is. Get ready.
any time in my life that drugs started to interfere with my interpersonal
ready, guys.
relationships or my ability to make a living, I backed it off 10,000 billion %. I mean,
Are you making a living currently?
huh?
Are you making a living currently?
Oh, absolutely, certainly.
Where do you work?
I work for myself. I have my whole life, so I work with my family, but I work independently my whole life.
How do you make money?
I buy and sell. I vend at the LACC and I vend at MacArthur Park. So I'm like a consignment broker also. Excuse me. Consignment
Oh
broker.
no, this is, don't spit all over yourself for 6 minutes and 50 seconds and then say excuse me now. Shit. It's a puddle underneath you.
So if other people have stuff that they can't sell, I will take it on consignment and I will sell it for them in MacArthur Park or LACC or wholesale. I have a pretty big portfolio of
MacArthur
people.
Park is like a little flea market where people will sell
Absolutely, but it could
stolen
range.
items, right?
Excuse me. It could range from 1 or something to 5,000 something. I have clients all up and down. There's a guy for everything. So there's a home beauty guy. There's an electronics guy. There's this guy. There's a place for everything, you know. And I enjoy that because I love to give things a second purpose, as opposed to being chunked into a trash can so I like the closeout business because it hired I'm an ecologist as well. So
Does it look like his hands? Look at his hands. Her hand. I don't know what I'm. Edwina. I don't know pronouns. That's a guy. Straight up. Look at his hands. Look like they came from 2 different bodies. Oh, wait a minute. This one is Edwina. This one is definitely Edward. Oh, damn. This shit is deep.
I think it's great. I'm kind of erasing the carbon footprint of all the naughty yuppies in the world that just buy crap and then chunk it right off the bat and don't even bother to reuse it or recycle it. I mean, try to
There's 2 different Vavas right here. They're separated. They're not seeing eye to eye. Let's see if they come together and just drown him.
their carbon
Do you have friends today?
Yes, I recently lost my best friend and I'm still mourning him. It was about a month ago.
I'm sorry.
Terrible. I came out of nowhere too. He was healthy, but he had an ongoing medical condition that was one of those that you're fine one second and then you go to the next, and it killed him. It really, put me on my ear. It really turned my whole, even out here, put my whole life into kind of disarray because I have a tendency to fix my star with those.
He said that death turned his world into a circus? Edward, let me talk to you. I think you may not realize what's going on in your life. Hold on. I think you may not realize what's going on in your life right now, but it's a circus, player. It is a circus.
Those that are on the upper echelon of whatever they tend to do. And my friend Tyrone was the absolute undisputed boss of Vermont Beverly. I mean,
Of what?
yeah. So he ran stuff.
What did
And,
Tyrone die of?
he had DVT, deep vein thrombosis. He actually had stents or filters put in his body to stop blood clots from breaking loose, but I guess apparently one broke loose and it killed him. So, DVT.
I'm sorry.
DVT. I know, it was terrible. I mean, I thought of all, he was the most streetwise, the most street savvy, coolest guy in the world. You would think he'd be the last one standing, but that's the nature of life and death, you know?
Yeah, I don't think being street smart or streetwise makes you invincible, Edward. But I feel like at this point of the interview, had I been interviewing him, I would have offered him a chin strap. I would have been like, hey, can we do something real quick? Can we tie a handkerchief around your head this way? Or put a sweatband, a headband, something that's going to stop all this. This is crazy. I can't stop. I'm 8 minutes in and I want to stop, but I got people calling me. I'm missing phone calls. I'll call you back.
Living on the streets is tough, right?
Brutal.
What kind of stuff have you been through?
I can't even tell you. The level of violence is astronomical. The layperson could conceive of the amount of violence that homeless people face every day. The violence and discrimination from store vendors, from anyone. I mean, it's easy to paint.
You're kind of dressed as a female.
Yes, and I don't do it all the time. Just when you catch me.
Do you consider yourself trans or
No, I would consider myself
cross-dresser?
more or less. Yeah, I would say almost a straight or bi male.
Wait, which one? Who decides? He said straight or bi. Who's deciding? You're letting them decide?
Definitely in terms of bi status, probably more towards transgendered or women. And I'm not literally see a man and go, ooh, he's hot or he's cute. Doesn't strike me that way. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of in the context of in the bedroom, that's a whole other matter. You can't really put people's sexuality into words, should I say?
You can.
And sexuality, I know I was in the adult video industry my whole life too, and I know it's for every person, it's so diverse and so finite. We could do an interview just about that. We could spend hours and hours and hours going on now. Yeah, like midgets with high heels, blah, 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 all down to the most finite detail. Men are that way because they're, I believe, in essence, in their fundamental foundation, they're visual creatures. So they don't want to see every little thing. That maybe they saw it when they were a little kid or when they were a young man and turned them on. And when you focus on that, I think it can become the crucible of your outlook or sexual desires. So.
Do you have romantic relationships still?
Oh, certainly, yes. Yeah.
Here we go. I don't believe him. Okay? I don't like calling nobody a liar. But I don't know who would be into Edwina. And no matter who you are, Edwin or Edwina, nobody wants to be spit on. Okay? But let's hear this, because I'm ready to wrap this up.
Yes, for sure.
And those are with men or women?
Both.
Both?
Yeah, both.
You've been in love before? Other than your wife?
Yes. I have to say that my friend Tyrone, I was in love with. I loved him deeply. I mean, I really, really, really loved him deeply. And
you know what's coming? I'm sure at least 3 of you had it in your head right now when he said that. You gotta call Tyrone. Shoo! He got his Erica Badu on. Let's do that again. And tell me, you're not gonna sing it out.
Yes. I have to say that my friend Tyrone, I was in love with. I loved him deeply. I mean, I really, really, really loved him deeply. And
I've been catting out on these. I know.
Never really felt that way about a man before in my life, but I did about him because I truly loved him. I loved everything about him. He was just, and everyone in our neighborhood did. He was a very popular guy. I mean, people loved this guy. He was a spectacular guy. So I was, like I said, I always attach my starts to pretty high posts. I don't go for the bottom feeders. I like to go right to the top. You know, and those are lofty goals and lofty ambitions.
You have high standards.
But they say the bigger the rise, the bigger the fall. Also, now with him being gone, now everyone that was his nemesis now is looking to me. And for a while, I
don't know what is he doing? He's soaking it up with his hair now? Imagine what that's. Now we're gonna get to the stench of it. No, we're not.
I thought I was gonna take over his position and run these things that we do up there, but I did for a while, and it's unsavory, and it's not my character. I don't want to do it. That's not me. So I relaxed, and the moment I relaxed, he got revoked previously to jail for some violation before, and basically the same thing happened before. I held it together for a while, but then I was just overwhelmed, just overrun, because the multitude of players in the game is just so
It's stuck to his chin. It's stuck to his chin.
So many people. It's not just a few, and you got every form of gangsters and stuff just swirling around this big conundrum of whatever. So let somebody else handle that. That's not my deal.
What does your typical day look like?
Usually I'll wake up.
You're using crystal meth. How often do you sleep?
I sleep pretty regularly. If I push it to a 2-day staying up, it would be the same thing I did when I was.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I was gonna keep going, but I can't because the hair is now in his mouth, stuck to his chin. Let's go a little bit longer.
When I was drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes with my dad in business, same thing. If certain job required it, I would step. But typical day was to get up. Certainly, look at my place, make sure that security is always a humongous concern. Make sure that anything that's of any value or anything is put away or locked down, and then get the recyclables into the recycle yard right away in the morning because those would be number one target for theft. Get that money.
My doesn't even want to work no more.
Parlay it possibly into things that are needed, tools and this and that, and then start to work on whatever. I like to do art. Also, I like to repurpose furniture. I like to.
All right, we're done. Edwina, thank you for being on the show today. We appreciate you. This was wild. Hopefully this goes green. This is the second video I recorded today for this channel. The first one went yellow. That's, I think, 3 in a row. I think 3 in a row have gone yellow on this channel. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't know what's going on. But if you like the video, do me a favor, share it with somebody and hit the like. If you didn't like the video, leave me a comment. Let me know what you didn't like. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your time. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.